Your name?
You mind giving me just a minute here? I've just been rushed into here and I have not had access to any of the courts and any phone calls whatsoever. I just need about 10 more minutes if possible.
Okay. What's your name though?
Okay, I'm here by special and a limited appearance as the man. And at this point in time, per the common life side of the court, I'd like to enter an order.
What do your friends call you?
Excuse me, do you mind letting me finish? I'd like to.
Well, I need to know who you are. I can't help you.
Okay.
Who do you think I think you are? Who do they put on documents that you don't agree with? What's that name?
As I said, I'm here by special and limited appearance, and in accordance to the common law side of this court,
So Ms. Gannam, did you have a chance to talk with the man I'm trying to figure out?
Yes, I
enter
believe
an
the
order.
court and the jail believes this is Raymond of the family Paulo.
Excuse me, I told you not to interfere and you accepted that liability. As per FARA, Foreign Agent Registration Act, you do not have the right to represent me as a legal person because that would be a fraud upon the court.
Okay.
Per FARA,
Mr.
FARA,
Paulo or Ray or Raymond, how do you like me?
Particular attempts.
How would you like me to refer to you, sir? I can't just say, hey, you. How would you like me to refer to you?
Capacity as an interested party.
Is that what your friends call you? I'm still looking for a name.
Okay, well, I'm not my name. I'm a man standing on the land as a Washingtonian, American national, non-resident alien to the US, and I'm not doing any business whatsoever and or trade into the jurisdiction of the US and or subcorporation. I have never been in the United States. That's the facts. And so per the common law, trespass is now being attempted at this point in time. And from the beginning, I want to address this in a particular manner in order to settle these differences so that there is no unlawful conversions of estate property.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to the prosecutor and ask them what they know. So, okay, Mr. Sharp,
okay.
has this person been identified?
Moment, please, Your Honor.
Okay, so is Mr. Sharp, do you have a first and last name?
One person at a time, sir. Let me hear from the prosecutor and then I'll turn back.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Paulo's identity was confirmed when he was arrested for trespassing and searched.
Slow down, sir. I just need to hear from one person at a time. I will come back to you. So please keep your peace while I listen to the prosecutor. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Your Honor, a search incident to arrest uncovered a Washington State ID card that confirmed his identity as Mr. Paulo.
Raymond Paulo with a date of birth June 25, 69?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So,
a legal person or a dead entity or a corporation? So,
sir, are you telling me you don't want an attorney to represent you or what?
Attorney, in fact, I wouldn't need any to represent me, especially under the 11th Amendment. This would be an unlawful proceeding due to the facts.
Well, all right. So you got a right to have a lawyer represent you because you're charged with a criminal offense by the city of Lacey.
Rights.
And do you want Ms. Gannam, who's an attorney here in Washington, to assist you today?
Excuse me, I said I needed 10 minutes and you were saying you're going to suggest something or another.
Well, I may give you 10 minutes, but we may see you tomorrow too. But I wonder, do you want an attorney to assist you?
Okay.
Do you want an attorney to assist you or not? I just need a yes or no there.
I'm hereby going to enter an order into the common law side of this court.
So I need a yes or no, sir. Do you want an attorney to assist you?
Exhaust my
a yes or no answer, sir. Do you want an attorney to assist you? Can you answer yes or no to that? Do you want an attorney? Do you want an attorney?
I am an attorney, in fact, for the unincorporated estate, and with all due respect, the U.S. and all of your administrative law is not providing me any services due to the facts is that I'm ordering a stay on the common law side of this court in order.
Before we even roll this footage, you need to brace yourself, because this is not your average courtroom appearance. What you're about to see is a textbook example of sovereign citizen ideology colliding headfirst with reality, and the sparks fly almost immediately. This defendant walks into a Thurston County courtroom convinced he has discovered secret legal cheat codes the rest of society is too blind to understand. He believes names are traps, jurisdiction is optional, and that somehow, by speaking in just the right word salad, he can flip the script and put if she's under arrest by him. That I close attention to how the judge stays calm, how the prosecutor anchors everything in facts, and how the defendant continuously contradicts himself while insisting he's the only one who understands common law. This case isn't just frustrating, it's fascinating. And by the end, ask yourself this: is this confidence, or...
All right. So do you want an attorney to help you?
I'm hereby entering an order on the common law side of this court in order to stay for these administrative hearings for me to exhaust all my administrative.
You got a few, I think you're a little confused and you got bad information. This is a criminal case, not an administrative hearing. It's a criminal case. You're charged with a crime called criminal trespass in the first degree. And it carries a maximum sentence of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And again, you have a right to have an attorney and a right to not testify against yourself if you go to trial or hearing. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you cannot be found guilty unless the city of Lacey proves this against you to beyond a reasonable doubt, or if you pled guilty to it, that would be your choice. Again, you have the right to have an attorney assist you here. Anything? I'm still trying to get a question answered there. Do you want to answer that question or not?
Am I going to be able to answer without your interference? Because you keep cutting me off. That's not the sort of conduct that's necessary. It seems to be you're practicing law from the bench. I would appreciate it if you refrained from such and let me speak for myself as a man, not a legal person or a legal entity or a corporation, which I've denied. And I'm going to show you the paper here on the affidavit. Affidavit, statement of truth. I, man, the living soul, hereby deny corporate existence and do not occupy any corporate capacity and or status whatsoever. I further state the above statement of facts are true, correct, and not misleading, and swear to each under the penalties of perjury per 28 U.S.C. 1746C. And there's my signature, Raymond Van Paulo, December 22nd. All rights reserved, not in a sunset, not pro time.
Okay, Raymond Paulo, we finally established that. All right, got it. Do you want an attorney to help you?
Excuse me, per the common law, you're now trespassing. That's a common law trespass, please.
Right out of the gate, we get the classic sovereign citizen opener, special and limited appearance as a man. This is one of the most common tactics used in these cases. The belief is that if you refuse to consent to the court by stating your name, the court magically loses jurisdiction. But here's the problem: this isn't a philosophy seminar. This is criminal court. The judge isn't asking for his name out of curiosity or politeness. She needs it to ensure due process, proper representation, and accurate records. Notice how the judge keeps things calm and procedural, while the defendant immediately escalates into pseudo-legal jargon. This is also where we see the first contradiction. He claims he needs time because he's been rushed and denied access, yet simultaneously insists he has the authority to enter orders into the court.
Any jurisdiction.
So what happens next, Mr. Paulo, who you say you are because you signed that document, it would be good for you to get that filed with the court at some point if you want us to review it more closely.
You're still interfering with my abilities, and you're misrepresenting and making statements on my behalf. You do not have the authority. I'm revoking, rescinding all signatures, power of attorney, and terminating. And I'd like the prosecutor to provide proof of his certificate of authority to administrate any claims against the unincorporated sovereign estate. And if he fails to, then I will accept his bar card and your...
Mr. Paulo, I'm not doing anything on your behalf as an attorney. I'm the judge here.
Okay, well,
and we're trying to get through an arraignment, and I've told you what you're charged with and what the maximum possible sentence is.
I'm not a debtor.
You've gone through your rights, and some of those rights also are, if you were to go to motion or trial, you have the right to have the court order people to come testify on your behalf, and you have the right to question witnesses that may be brought by the city against you. So where we are is I'm still trying to figure out if you want an attorney, and you haven't asked me to appoint an attorney, but I can do that if you'd like.
So you're not able to basically act in accordance to the canons. So at this point in time, by special appearance and limited manner, I'm entering an order by special deposits to the foreign court in order to put a stay on the hearings in order for me to exhaust my administrative remedies.
Okay. So,
And I hereby order the court to vacation any liens on the account and release the real property and personal property. I believe it's Standard Forms 1991 if they're still in effect.
yeah. So, Ms. Ganem, anything you want to add here?
Nothing additional, Your Honor. I was not able to get much information.
No, I told you you're not to be
One person at a time, Mr. Paolo, please. Let me just hear from Ms. Ganem and then I'll turn back to you.
I'm Raymond of the family Paolo. Do not unlawfully.
We go, Foreign Agent Registration Act. This is where things really start to unravel. FARA has absolutely nothing to do with public defenders, judges, or criminal representation in state court. It applies to people acting as agents of foreign governments lobbying the U.S. Yet sovereign citizens love invoking it because to how he accuses the attorney of committing fraud upon the court simply by existing. He's trying to frame himself as the victim of a grand conspiracy, where everyone else is secretly operating as corporate agents. But courts don't operate on vibes and accusations, they operate on evidence and jurisdiction. The judge doesn't bite, doesn't argue theory, and instead keeps pulling him back to one basic.
Will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights? All bar members and those present in this particular hearing and on the common law side in which I'm standing.
So I'm going to turn to the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Sharp. What's the recommendation here on release conditions?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I see, I should make it clear probable cause was found the first.
I didn't get any discovery, so I don't know about those things. Those are all presumptions.
Well, city will just make a record that city has grave reservations about Mr. Paulo being allowed to represent himself.
Objection.
Statements
This
he's
is
made.
identity theft.
Mr. Paulo, stop interrupting and I'll get back to you. I'm going to hear from you next. So I suggest you listen and then you respond. Stop interrupting. We're going to have to. Okay, I will come back to you. I will be coming back to you. So listen and then respond. So first off, we got to listen. So Mr. Sharp.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, the city has grave reservations it would like to express about Mr. Paulo being allowed to represent himself, and while he may have a right to do so, the statements he's made before the court today seem to suggest he either has multiple grave misunderstandings about the way the law works and the way the court proceeds, or is just unwilling to participate in the process in a functional way. Either way, it seems a grave injustice to not have a properly educated and trained attorney assisting him. However, I do recognize that he has that right should he choose to exercise it. City's requesting $250 bail on this case, law-abiding behavior. They do not have any contact with the Peak Credit Union. Your Honor, the street address for that is...
Is this in the United States?
Your Honor, that's 4-4s. 6th Avenue Southeast. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong report for the address here. Pardon me.
Made a mistake.
4540. That's 4540 6th Avenue Southeast. City's bail request is based on concerns over Mr. Paulo's ability or likelihood to reappear under Rule 3.2. The statements that he's made before the court today suggest that he's not likely to respond to the court's orders, given that he has rejected the court's authority over this matter. City believes without some bail, he would be likely to.
This exchange is both absurd and revealing. The judge isn't mocking him, she's genuinely trying to figure out how to address the person standing in front of her. And he refuses, again and again, to answer. Sovereign citizens believe names are legal fictions tied to corporations, and that acknowledging one creates contractual obligation. But here's the irony, by refusing to provide a name, he's not asserting power, he's surrendering it. Courts require identification to protect your rights. Without it, you risk waiving protections, delaying proceedings, or worse, being held in contempt. And notice how his tone grows more combative as the judge remains measured. This is a psychological pattern we see often. When the script doesn't work, frustration sets in.
To talk with Mr. Paolo, for lack of a better name that I can use here. And I'd like to, it's been difficult for us to talk, obviously, too.
On my common law side of the court, definitely, if you're going to unlawfully convert and suggest that we're running in a different manner, well, then I'm not participating in bad faith and with clean hands. I'm not participating in the unlawful conversions of the unincorporated as a state property,
so,
and that's
Ms.
land
Gano,
included.
Yes.
You called down, or how did you? Were you on the phone, or was he not willing to talk with you? Or
I attempted to speak on the phone, and he has made it clear to me that he does not want me to speak on his behalf at all.
Stand down. You're in violation of FARA, Foreign Agent.
So nobody's in violation of anything here. I'm just asking questions, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I attempted to have a conversation with him, and he has not answered any of my questions that I asked him, and has made it clear that he does not want me to say one word on his behalf at this hearing.
Okay. And so, yep, Mr. Sharp.
Given the statements made before the court here this afternoon, the city feels obligated to, well, I'll defer to the court on this, but would suggest considering the issue of competency. The statements have been consistently nonsensical, and seem to suggest that Mr. Paulo may have an inability to understand the court proceedings. Without further information, we can't rule out that he's able to proceed competently. City would again defer to the court, but perhaps an evaluation is in order.
So I'm not convinced at this stage. I'm convinced that Mr. Paulo doesn't agree with the proceedings and doesn't agree with the state of the law in Washington, and that's fine. Problem is, it's still happening the way he doesn't agree. It still is a fact. And so, Mr. Paulo, I'm being asked to have you post bond or in order to be released, and then set another hearing and have you back to court if you are out of custody, or have another hearing anyway if you're in custody. Do you have anything to say about this request from the city, and also that you don't go back to that 4540 6th Avenue Southeast? It's a credit union, did you say?
It's the Peak Credit Union.
Peak Credit Union. So you have anything to say on that? I think somebody muted you, so we're going to need the help of.
This might be the most extreme claim so far. He asserts he is a Washingtonian American national, a non-resident alien to the United States, and has never been in the United States, while physically standing in a Washington courtroom, holding Washington ID. This is sovereign citizen logic at its peak. If you declare it confidently enough, reality must comply. Legally speaking, citizenship status doesn't erase jurisdiction when you're physically present and accused of a crime within a state.